Of the NBC radio network is the air for good, leaving behind a lasting legacy of those magical radio days.
Tomorrow I'll be out of this separation center. Francie, I'll walk out of these gates tomorrow a free man.
That's wonderful, Robert. Will your mother be here to meet you?
No, she doesn't get out till next week.
WNBC, the nation's first commercial radio station, had everyone who was just about anyone in its 66 years of broadcasting.
Here is a program that comes to you if you call it.
Who's the star, Lassie?
No, he's Fred Allen.
It had a number of firsts, including the first broadcast of a national political convention and the first of a World Series. But in recent years, its mix of talk and music failed to remain a leader in radio's programming revolution.
There are so many different radio stations on the dial today that stations have had to find their niche and specialize for different, what they call demographics and psychographics and lifestyles and ethnic groups, and thus radios had to, because of so many circumstances, become specialized.
Thus, the growth of all sports, all news, and religious stations. WNBC was replaced by another station with an all-sports format. WFAN moves from its 1050 position to WNBC's 660. 1050 is now a Spanish outlet. The demise of NBC signals the triumph of a modern trend over tradition. Radio stations today are being bought and sold at a furious pace, much like commodities, by big money conglomerates whose primary interest is the bottom line. In 1985, General Electric took over NBC's parent, RCA, a $6 billion deal. GE decided to sell off NBC's radio properties while keeping its more profitable TV stations. Old-time broadcasters like Bruce Morrow see creativity suffering.
And what's happening with broadcasting today, we're getting into dealing. And it seems that people now are going to go for stations that have numbers, and we're getting back into the statistical research rather than to the broadcasting. That scares me a little bit.
Although some of the staff remained as WNBC became all sports WFAN, nearly all of WNBC's on-air personalities were out of work. Don Imus pulled the plug at SHEA Stadium.
3, 2, 1,
In New York, this is Alec Roberts reporting.
And when we come back, sports this week. Jerry.